Hey Nicole, how are you?
Good.
How was your week?
It was cool. I had a couple tests.
You did? How did you do?
Hopefully good. I just
Yeah,
hate tests, but
yeah. What kind of tests were they?
I had a test in math and English,
Do you
my
like
least
math?
favorite subjects. No,
No? What are your favorite subjects?
lunch,
Lunch.
recess.
Lunch and recess. You still have recess? That's fantastic.
I'm just being a goofball. What are my favorite subjects? Culinary class
Yeah,
because I like to eat.
that's good. Do you like to bake anything?
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
actually.
that's awesome. Do you bake at home too?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Like if I'm in the mood, but other than that, I'm chilling in my room.
nice. So the last time we were together, you were talking about some pretty intense things. How have your drinking habits been in the last week?
Um, I haven't. Um, so I haven't told you. There were some things that happened. I thought
Okay,
about calling you, but I
okay,
didn't.
that's okay.
Um,
That's okay.
so it was actually pretty scary.
Scary for
We
you?
had a, yeah, and like all of us, we had a friend who I mean, uh, they they kind of overdosed
Mm,
at a party,
okay.
and it was just super chaotic. And everybody was scared, nobody wanted to get in trouble, and then you know, it was just really scary. And then it just made me think about our conversation and the things that we talked about and what I want for my life. And then I thought about just seeing them lay there on the ground, what their parents were gonna think, like they have a little brother, just all these things were going through my mind, and it just really made me think about my life. Um, and we dipped up out of there. We got up out there quick, and I was like, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. And I haven't drank since.
You haven't drank at all since the party? That's
No.
great. Even though it came from something really, really scary, that's a huge accomplishment for you. Was it a
I
close?
was scared.
Yeah. Was this a close friend of yours?
No, I know them, I see them
Okay.
around, but it's like
Okay.
a friend of a friend. But no, I don't know them.
Yeah. Um, did they recover?
Yeah, they're okay, and it's embarrassing, at school,
Yeah,
for them. I'd
maybe.
be embarrassed.
Would you be embarrassed?
Heck yeah, I would want to transfer.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just a stepping stone. a wake-up call sense, maybe.
It was for me. I decided, and
Yeah. So what in that
it's,
moment,
yeah.
what in that moment said to you, this is it for me? What were you feeling?
Well, like I dipped out. Like
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to be there when the police and the ambulance came. Like,
yeah,
nah. Um, but like when we got to the house and I was thinking, I was just like, it's just scary. Like I thought about my parents and my siblings and
for sure.
if that were me and like, like how my parents don't know nothing right now. And, of course they had to call his
Mhm.
parents and like they're showing up at the hospital. Like it was just like a lot. Like I would I love my parents so much and I mean they get on my nerves a lot.
That can happen.
But
That can happen.
I wouldn't want to see like that hurt and pain in my mom's eyes.
Yeah,
It was just a lot.
I bet. Was anybody, since it happened to a child at about your age, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
was there any services at school to counsel kids that may have been affected?
Nobody was telling nobody. Nobody was saying anything.
No, not to say anything, but sometimes when these happen, and then there's an instance even outside of school, sometimes counselors will have available services for students. Did anyone have those available or that you knew of? Maybe to help
Nah,
you through the feelings? No?
mm-mm. I mean, like, we don't, nobody's gonna even say that they was there at the party.
Okay,
Nobody would, no.
okay. So since about how long ago was this? A week ago about or longer?
I was like, it's been like a week since I've drank anything. So I want to say, yeah, like a week or so ago.
That's great. Um, that you haven't drank anything in a week. How are you feeling with not drinking?
I mean, sometimes I miss it a little bit,
Yeah.
but then I think about like that vision
Mm,
comes back to my mind, seeing them lay on the ground. So it's like, ooh, like when you get cold real quick and you be like, ooh, it's
yeah,
like that.
for sure.
I don't know. I'm hella scary too. So stuff like that kind of like sticks with me. I don't know.
It sounds like a really jarring experience to have, and especially when you weren't able
Yeah,
to talk to anybody.
yeah.
So, what helped you keep from drinking all week, even after experiencing something other than the trauma of seeing someone OD? What helped you
Oh,
focus
I
your
didn't tell
energy?
you.
No, that's okay. This is
So,
interesting.
I had a track meet and
When
I
did you have a track
qualified.
meet? Yeah, when did you have a track meet?
We had a track meet on Tuesday and I
Okay.
qualified for sections. Remember I was telling you last session that we had my coach was telling me that I was
Yeah,
good, like I could make it. And so I had a good enough time and I qualified.
that's wonderful news.
Yeah. So,
So
yeah.
maybe, um, as you are, this is something that you really enjoy. This is something that we can work towards for you, really helping you continue to
Yeah.
achieve these goals. So, what does that mean for you to qualify? What are you qualifying for?
So what it means is like, so you have to run so fast and beat so many people in order your time has to be a good enough time to
Okay.
qualify for sections. It's like only the best of the best with the every school's in a certain division,
Hmm.
and so only a certain small percentage of people whose time is fast enough get selected to
Okay.
go to this qualify to go to this meet, a track meet, so called sections. And so I qualified to go. And it's a really big deal because not people are fast enough to do that. So like I have like school records because I'm so fast.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just proud of myself, that I've accomplished that. And then I think like, I mean, honestly, I mean, I've been like drinking and stuff. Like if I wasn't drinking and like really like working like super hard, sticking to like a really strict diet and a really strict workout regimen and like just really like focusing like I I could have had even a better time and like how far could I go? Like so at my school, when you walk on the field right to the gates, there's this big plaque thingy and
Hmm.
it has like all of the people of like all the times, like the names and their times and the year that
Oh.
they made these records.
Hmm.
Like my name could be there.
Yeah, your name could be there for
There's
sure.
on there from like years ago, like
Hmm.
12, 10 years ago. Like I could be there. So, it's just like, I don't know. But then I'm like, I can't do that, like I can't do that. What
So,
are they?
so
And
in
I
that
start
moment,
thinking,
so in that moment, what's telling you that you can't? What is stopping you?
because I'm lazy. I don't be feeling like working out. I like hamburgers and French fries.
Yeah, everybody
I
does
want to lay in
sometimes.
my bed and watch TV.
Yeah, you know what? You still can do that sometimes. That is okay. That's not being lazy. That is taking a break for yourself because you are still going to accomplish these goals. Do you know that even just going through all the things that you want to do, you just set goals for yourself? Goals that a lot of 17-year-olds don't realize that they set themselves up for but don't know how to accomplish, and you're already doing it.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. So let's break that down. Okay. So let's talk about it. You said that if you maybe restructure your weekends a little, right? If we move around
Hmm.
weekend plans to work on training, that's one goal. It may not sound like a goal when you're saying it out loud, but that's something that you're
Hmm.
setting for yourself. You are taking this really big idea and you're breaking it down into small, manageable steps. Okay. So that's step one. Something you used to do on the weekends, now you can do something else. And you've already done that yourself. The second thing, You can still have
Hmm.
a hamburger and french fries every so often, but something you've already said in your own words, you want to change up your diet because if you change up your diet, you'll be able to run. And what you want to do is get a better time. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly what that entails, but we can work together and we can figure out what that is. So your second big goal that you've already set for yourself is working on a diet. And you have already accomplished a huge goal for yourself. And I don't think you realize that. And I think you should probably give yourself some credit, which maybe because nobody else is in your corner right now because you're afraid for them to be, or I don't know. If you haven't drank anything in 1 week, and before then you were drinking a lot, that is a huge accomplishment.
Well, I'm kind of like I'm kind of like a stubborn, bullheaded type of person. So like if I set myself my mind to something, like
Yeah.
I can do it.
So let's break that
But
down
I
further.
mean, yeah,
Yeah, that's okay. That is okay because you know what? You recognize that about yourself, and that's probably part of your personality, which makes you so strong and able to accomplish these goals. There's no problem with being a strong woman. And at 17, you are still a very strong woman. So do not discount yourself.
thank you.
So you are very welcome. So let's break that down a little bit further. If you want to work on your diet, what does that look like for you? What does your diet look like now? Hmm.
Food.
You don't have to
My
tell
coach
me.
is always getting on me.
You do not have to tell me specifics if you do not want to. But if we're going to look on a goal, we want to make it something that right now we want to change, right? So let's think about what fruits and vegetables can we incorporate that are going to help you with strength training. I know when you run a lot, you use a lot of potassium for your muscles. So maybe you can incorporate some bananas because I know that bananas are good for
Mm-hmm.
replenishing potassium after a run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I like bananas.
Okay. So maybe we could say if you don't even like to, well, you tell me, how do you like to ingest your vegetables and fruits? Do you like to eat them whole? Do you like to eat them cooked? Do you like to eat them in smoothies?
Um, I mean, I can eat them the whole smoothies, I mean,
Awesome.
I'm not about to pay for it. I mean, I know there's some guys up there that'll pay for it for me.
Hey,
Because smoothies be expensive.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you could even probably maybe go to the store or your parents can go to the store, get you some fruit, and just you could take them with you when you have your track meets, or you can take them with you to school,
Mm,
or you can substitute them for your snacks. But we want to try and do this. How many times a week do you think you could commit to eating some fruit or vegetables or both?
I mean, I mean, I made it to sections. I have to be real serious because I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to go out there and look stupid.
All right.
So
So
I'm
let's
gonna
get
have
serious.
to this is about to be a struggle. But I mean, I gotta commit. Um, I'm gonna have to do this every day.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
So how about this?
let me think.
How about
Hmm.
instead of taking it to an extreme, because every day is 7 days a week, right? How about we
Oh
say,
yeah.
how about we say 5 days a week, you will try and incorporate one fruit or one vegetable.
Yeah, I could do that. I like that better.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that better.
Because that still gives you the weekends. If you have a snack or you have a meal, that's okay. You're not putting too much stress on yourself and you still have your training time. You are still ramping up your diet to change it. And if you want to change things, you're feeling better, you want to change out your weekends as well because you're realizing that you like the fruits and vegetables more than you do snacking, that's okay too. But this is a start. And you don't want to go too crazy because then you're putting too much pressure on yourself and you don't want to do that. So we'll start with that one
Okay.
first. And then with your training, and the same thing. You may have a really, really great time right now and you want to keep that. And that means taking it slow and not causing injury to your body. So, how does 3 days of intense, or actually, you know what, we'll do it this way, 2 days of intense exercise, and then 3 days of like more stretching exercises?
Well, I was thinking more of because,
Sure.
you know, not to toot my own horn or nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was good. I just didn't go to practice every day
Mm,
and I was still winning. So I'll commit
okay.
to going to track practice every day now.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Um, and they practice, I I should notice, but I think it's 5 times a week,
Yeah, yeah,
maybe sometimes six, but for the most part, I'm certain it's five. So
yeah.
I will commit to going to practice every day that they tell us there's a practice. So I think
Okay.
it's 5 times a week. So just daily practice. I'll go to practice when we got practice.
I like that. I like that. Um, Now my other question for you, and it's something for you to think about, and you don't have to tell me now, because a lot of your drinking behaviors focus around peer pressure. What kind of goal can we set for you to help you mitigate feeling left out when there's going to be parties on the weekends?
Um, I'm not really a follower. People I don't say they do what I say, nothing like that, but like I'm not really a follower.
Okay.
So, but I think I get what you're saying. Like, am I gonna feel like a way about like not going or like drinking and hanging out and stuff like that anymore? I mean, a part of me, I think a part of me will kind of maybe feel like that. Um, I mean, maybe because it's so new and like that experience was so traumatic, like I haven't felt like that.
Mhm.
Um, so, and this, like recently, what I've been doing, like this past week, like I just changed up, like who I was hanging out with, like this past week or so. Like I've really just been hanging out with like my track friends
Okay.
instead of the other crowd of people I typically would. I was like switching it up more.
Mhm.
I was switching it up more before and hanging out with the track people and my other bad crowd, but previously.
Yeah.
But speak, I've been just hanging out more with the track crowd. So I'm gonna just stick with that. That's my plan.
Okay. So, do you have anyone in particular on the track team that could help you maybe not stay on track, so to speak, but like a check-in with them, like, hey, how are you doing? Or it's kind of like what's called an accountability buddy, but
Well,
like,
one of my best friends is on the 4x1 relay team with me.
okay,
And she doesn't drink.
yeah. Do you think that she would be like a really good resource for you in case you ever have feelings of like, I'm having a really tough day?
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe,
Yeah, she'd be on my ass.
yeah, well, there you
I meant
go.
my bad.
Yeah, that's okay. It's fine. It's an open
Don't
place.
tell my parents.
I will definitely not. Everything here is confidential, so you don't have to worry. So do you think you'd be able to check in with her like once a week or every other week just to make
Oh,
sure
we
that,
talk every day. We
oh,
hang
well,
out, I feel you.
there you go. So you have somebody on your
Yeah.
side. Well, I'm glad. Is there anything else that you want to share? Anything else awesome happening?
This felt surprisingly like it's weird how it feels talking to you.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. You are
Mm,
working really hard. You're doing hard things. You're very brave. It's not easy to feel like you have a community, but you're also alone,
mm.
have all these goals, really want to set them, but be afraid to disappoint people. But you're doing all the right things and you don't have to worry.
Thank you.
You're on the right path and you're doing it all yourself. This doesn't have to do with anyone but you. And you're
Thank you.
you're you're doing it and you're doing a great job. So if you're good, we can meet again next week.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll tell you about how I dusted everybody.
Fantastic. I can't wait to hear about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great night.
You too.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.